Hello and welcome back. In this video I want to improve the look of our one-pager site for mobile devices, and I want to do that by changing the navigation. So if we have a look at our site on smaller viewports, right now the navigation looks a bit cramped, I'd say, and we don't want that. So to actually give our mobile users a better navigation, I want to use the off-canvas component of UIkit. The off-canvas component consists of an element, well, it could be any elements that are hidden off the screen by default, but that can be shown by, well, clicking on a menu button, for example. And that's exactly what we want to do. So again, like you're used to, go back here, I'll keep on adding to our previous content. And as you can imagine, I will again use the Sublime Text plugin to have a look at my snippets here, and I'll use the off-canvas component snippet to get started, because, well, you don't always remember all the elements that you don't need every day, right? So what do we get here? We get an off-canvas div. It actually has an ID assigned to it, and it has the class UK off-canvas. And then it has a child element, the off-canvas bar, which will contain all our off-canvas content. So in this example, I'll just input some example, and also we have here a link that links to the ID of our off-canvas element, and very important, it has the data attribute for the off-canvas element assigned to it. So this will then show our off-canvas element. I'll just put the link up here in the navigation where we'll want to have it later on anyway. This will look ugly for now, but we don't really care about that in the beginning. Okay, there we go. It's an open link here. I'll click that, and that's the slide-in animation that you see here. You click on the faded out content and it hides again. And here we have the sample content that I put in. We could put anything in here. It could be a login form, or, well, anything you like, basically, or your logo, then login form, then navigation. On this example, we'll just have another mobile version of our existing navigation. So to do that, we'll just copy the navigation that we already have, and we'll replace this hello message with that. With that content. We don't want the scroll spy behavior here, so we'll remove that. We are not in a nav bar anymore, but this is actually a navigation, so we'll use the UK nav component. And because we are in an off-canvas, we'll add the UK nav off-canvas modifier. You might think, well, how do I know when should this be just a plain URL, when should this be UK nav, why do I have to add this class, and so on? Of course you don't know that, but that's what the documentation is for, that's what the examples online are for, and after a while you just get used to it and you remember which classes have which modifiers. So don't worry about that for now. Let's have a look at what that looks like. I'll refresh, hit the open toggle, and there we go. So that's already a nice and working mobile navigation. We actually jump to the right section, so that's pretty cool. What's not really cool is this open link here. Fortunately, UIkit already comes with a class to make this look a bit better and to include it in the nav bar. For that, we add the class UK nav bar toggle, and I'll remove the open link in here, well, the label of the link, I'd say. And there we go. So that's the famous hamburger icon that is, well, not everyone likes it, I mean, but let's not talk about that discussion here. Let's just talk about how we can use it. Right now it looks a bit lost here, like right next to our navigation. So what we want to do instead is we want to hide it unless we are on smaller devices, right? So this is actually a nice place to introduce some of the utility classes that UIkit provides. In particular, here we have the UK hidden classes. If I just have the UK hidden class, it will just hide the element. But in our case, we want to hide it only on large elements. As you can see here, you can also say, well, only on touch devices or small devices, medium devices. We want to hide it on large devices. There we go. So when I make the screen smaller, you'll come to the, now we have a medium-sized viewport like you would see on a tablet, and there we go. That's the and of course it's visible on smaller ones as well. But we still have this junk here. So what we're going to do, of course, we will hide that unless we are on large devices. So how are we going to do that? We only want, and this is the counterpart to the hidden classes, are the visible classes. And you can combine these in, well, any way you like to have a behavior like we will need here. So we only want this to be visible on large devices, the brand at least. Same goes for the navigation itself. Let me just remove that highlighting. UK visible, that was wrong, visible large. Yeah. Quick check, and there we go. Well, that is back. I don't know why, but we'll figure that out. Probably I made a mistake. UK visible large. Oh, I have two classes. Yeah, that might just confuse it. Yeah, there we go. This looks nice. Let's add some, again, a label in here. We could use our default label and keep it visible on all screen sizes, but you know, in some cases you want to have a different logo on the big screen than on the small screen. So I'm just going to do something like that as well. I'm going to duplicate the one that I have here, move it down to our off canvas toggle. Actually, I'll move it down at the very bottom of this nav bar, and we only want this to be visible. No, it should be exactly like, oh, sorry, I made a mistake, of course. We are talking about this one, right? So this should be hidden on large devices. And, well, the navbar brand class is perfectly fine, but now we'll, in addition to that, navbar center that text. Quick check, and there we go. We have it centered. But on small devices, yeah, like I said, you might want a different content on small devices, which is why it makes sense to have two versions of that link here. I'll just shorten this a bit. Okay, so in this case it's easy, just remove a word. In other cases you might want to replace your image file to have a smaller version, or we'll add some other class so the font here gets smaller, so on. So there we go. We've added an off-canvas navigation, which actually works on mobile devices. Of course, you can use it for other screen sizes as well, but it really makes sense to use it here. And remember, you can, of course, include navigations, but you can include other elements as well, whatever way you like. Okay. And I think, this completes this part of the series where I talked about this one-pager site. And I hope you've seen what you can do with UIkit, and I think at least I've highlighted some of the nice small features to make your site a little better and, well, a little nicer with regards to smooth scrolling. And actually I hope you've also learned how to use the JavaScript components. For the next few videos I'm open to your suggestions. I think we'll have a look at how to use the customizer to create your own themes and styles for UIkit. And we might even look at the more advanced topics like how to use UIkit from the command line, and how to create your own build of UIkit. Thanks for watching, and I'm keen to hear your feedback. Thanks.